When I was young and just 16, I met a gal in New Orleans. She was young and pretty too. She said she had a ring-dang-do. She took me down into her cellar. She said I was a right nice feller. She fed me wine and whiskey too. She let me play with the ring-dang-do. She took me up into her bed. She placed a pillow beneath my head. Then I pulled out my cockle-dee-doo and I placed it in her ring-dang-do. Look what you've done, her mother said. You went and lost your maidenhead. So pack your grip and your suitcase too, and go to hell with your ring-dang-do. So she packed her grip and became a whore. She hung a sign up o'er her door. Come all of you, come one or two, and take a crack at my ring-dang-do. Oh, they came by twos, and they came by fours, and pretty soon they came by scores. And she was glad when they were through, 'cause they darn near wrecked her ring-dang-do. From Arkansas come a son of a bitch. He had the clap and the 7-year itch. He had the sif and the blue balls too, and he left them all in a ring-dang-do.
I fucked an old gal in the graveyard. God damn her old soul, she was dead. The maggots crawled out of her asshole and the hair slipped off her head. When I'd finished my job there, I seen I'd committed a sin. Out of my pocket I drew me a straw and I sucked out the load I shot in. Leave it on. Here's to old Mag, that filthy old hag, that slippery, slimery slut. The green fungus grows between her toes and the maggots crawls out of her butt. Before I'd climb them scaly legs or bite those festered tits, I'd drink a quart of buzzard puke and die with the drizzling shits.
I learned this from an old hillbilly named Donaldson, Matt Donaldson. He always sung Through a Liquor Haze, but the song is old as the mountains, I guess, or old as the people in the mountains, and it's the One-Eyed Raleigh. I was a-sitting at the old man table, kept my eye right on his daughter, thinks to myself this very night, I'm a-gonna feel of your hind quarter. One-eyed rattle-trap, two-eyed Raleigh, two-eyed rattle-trap, one-eyed Raleigh. He jumped out in the middle of the road, and he began to holler, said he'd kill the son of a bitch, fucked his wife and bigged his daughter. One-eyed rattle-trap, two-eyed Raleigh, two-eyed rattle-trap, one-eyed Raleigh. Crammed him up by the nape of the neck, stuck his head in a tub of water. I run 2 big 45s in his ass, and I fucked his wife and I bigged his daughter. One-eyed rattle-trap, two-eyed Raleigh, two-eyed rattle-trap, two-eyed Raleigh. I went down sidewalk, I heard from every corner, and there goes that big prick man, fucked for a while his wife and bigged his his daughter, one-eyed rattle-trap, two-eyed Riley, two-eyed rattle-trap, one-eyed Riley. I went down to my boarding house, swore to my soul as jolly and rouser. I fucked the cook and the family all and shucked my prick the old dog Towder, one-eyed rattle-trap, two-eyed Riley, two-eyed rattle-trap, one-eyed Riley. Well, they come down to one and stirred the helter and hollered murder. The old hound slut run on the floor and I fucked the hole that she went under. One-eyed rattle-trap, two-eyed Riley, two-eyed rattle-trap, one-eyed Riley. That guy was a little bit vicious.
This is to the eagle that flew across the sky. You know, he did the sassy wiggle as he flew by. You know, some people say C-O-C-K spells cornstalk. They say C-U-N-T spells canoes. A lot of people say F-U-C-K spells furthermore. I just want to know, can I do it to you? I says, up to it, down to it. The man can't do it, I'll be beat to it and tied to it. So when he get old and sure I am, he'll know how to do it. Says, this is a little old girl. She live in the West. Her titties look just like a harness nest. Her eyes and sides, man, as tight as the drum. They wiggle from my ass and make a dead man come. Now, I says, I'm going to tell you this. After she told me that, I told her, I said, well, look, little old girl, let me tell you something. I said, I got an 18-foot bat, I got a 50-pound bowl. They called me the Daddy Dick Pitcher from Wichita Falls. I said, now you gone. I'm going to go across the river. So, I'm old cowboy, and I guess I'll quit now. I ain't got a nickel and I don't give a shit. I'm going to my boss. I'm asking for my roll. I'm going to go across the river for a little stuff on my pool. I met a little old gal down there off to $1. She says, you some bitch, I'm a cowman's daughter. I reached and grabbed around the waist. I laid upon the grass. I pulled out a great big long hoe handle stuck up in her ass. About 9 days, I taken sick, aching at the back and running at the prick. Man, I went to the doc with my Peter in my hand. I told him I run to old Johnny in the promised land. He set me up on the stool. And you know, man, I began to laugh like a little old fool. You know what he said? He said, don't you laugh, so I'm going to cut it all smooth up to your ass. And I said, he said, almost over and almost broke. I said, belly to belly and almost choker. Say, ram it in, cram it in, fudge, you can bad. This old gal said, this old cock's rubber cock boy, I'll be damned if you can tap. I told her, I said, all right, baby. I said, I'm going to ram it in, I'm going to cram it in, just fudge, you can take it. This old dick is a hickory dick, I'll be damned if you can break it. And I told her, I said, I got a buckskin belly and a rubber gut. I got a seal dick and a wood nut. I told her, I said, you know what I'm going to tell you? I said, you got a buckskin belly all lining in gold. You got a seal cunt and a brass asshole. I said, you gone, good old soul, buckskin belly and rubber asshole. So I don't talk bad, folks. This just is something that my uncle taught me. And I'm just telling it to y'all. Don't tell nobody. Bye-bye.
Curly Fletcher's parody of the Wild Buckaroo. Curly wrote his own parodies before somebody else did. Well, I've been bustin' bronco since I was a squirt. When I ain't bronc stompin', I'm braidin' a quirt. But there's one thing better I know how to do. I'm a cunt crazy cowboy and a wild buckaroo. I've worked for John Taylor up north by Lovelock, where the gals judge a man by the size of his cock. Come all you young maidens, I'll teach you to screw. I'm a cunt crazy cowboy and a wild buckaroo. One evening in Bishop, I strolled down the street. I was plumb disgusted with beating my meat. Up stepped a young maiden, her name it was Lou. She said, you must be that damned wild buckaroo. Well, we went to a pool hall and really got tight. She said, you can screw me the rest of the night. I came here from Frisco on Pine Avenue. My cunt needs the cock of the wild buckaroo. Well, I laid her down by the side of the road. I poured the prick to her and I shot off my load. She screamed, "You jackrabbit, you're finished, you're through. You can go fuck yourself now, you wild buckaroo."
This old preacher, he come out, set him up a church, you know. And he couldn't get nobody to come out, nobody there but him, you know. He said this, he said, "Well, I'm going around and visit the people today, and I'm going to visit the men." And he said, "I think I can get them out. I said, I'm going to tell the men to come out, and I'm going to take my text on just how that God made a woman." He said, "And they'll come out to find out." So then I'm going to visit the sisters. So I'm going to tell them, "Now you sisters come out. I'm going to take my text tonight on how that God made a man." That night he had a pretty good crowd out. Nobody hadn't been coming. There's an old lady, and her hair all down, the hair gray, old colored lady. She pulled right up close, up next to the mourner's bank. Listen, you know. An old fella, she must have been about 65. Old colored fella was about 65 or 70. He pulled up his hog, they pulled up his chair. He gets up here, you know, to hear how God made the woman, you know. And he said, "Now," he said, "you brothers," said, "I promised you. Said, if you come out tonight, I'm going to take my text. Said, on how that God made a woman." I said, "I am." Said, "You sisters," said, "I told you I was going to take my text on just how that God made a man." He said, "When God made a man, said he winged him up the back, and he winged him down the belly, and he left a little place where the wing give out." Said, "Where the wings stuck out." This old woman said, "Yes," said, "brother." Said, "You know what you're talking about." Said, "When God made a woman, said he winged her up the back, and he winged her down the belly. Said he left a little gash where the wing give out." The old man said, "Brother." Said, "You made me happy, and I'm gonna shout. Think of that place where the wing give out."
I'm an able-bodied seaman, and I've sailed the 7 seas, from the Barbary coast of sunny Singapore. I've made love in every language, got a gal in every port, and they all had welcome written on their door. I was married in Chicago, divorced in Gay Paris, had sweethearts in Alaska, England, France, and Germany. But the tattooed lady down at Coney Island was the one that made the biggest hit with me. Oh gosh, oh gee, that tattooed lady captivated me. There's the landing of the Pilgrims on her shoulder. On her arm the sun is sinking in the west. Where she wears her lavalier, there's a scene where Paul Revere makes his famous midnight ride across her chest. On her back there is a road map of Kentucky, and the Dixie Highway runs along her spine. And you'll find the Everglades right between her shoulder blades. Oh, on that picturesque sweetheart of mine, la-da-da-dum. Now we both agreed we'd keep our love a secret. So she put my picture where no one can see, and she swears by skies above there ain't no doubt about our love. For whenever she sits down, she thinks of me.
This would be Barnacle Bill the Sailor. I learned it in the Army in the Philippines, 1945. Who's that knocking at my door? Who's that knocking at my door? Who's that knocking at my door? Cried the fair young maiden. Oh, you're in luck, I'm here to fuck, said Barnacle Bill the Sailor. Oh, you're in luck, I'm here to fuck, said Barnacle Bill the Sailor. I'll come down and let you in. I'll come down and let you in. I'll come down and let you in, cried the fair young maiden. Oh, open the door, we'll fuck on the floor, said Barnacle Bill the Sailor. Oh, open the door, we'll fuck on the floor, said Barnacle Bill the Sailor. What's that thing so big and round? What's that thing so big and round? What's that thing so big and round? Cried the fair young maiden. Oh, that's my pole to tickle your hole, said Barnacle Bill the Sailor. Oh, that's my pole to tickle your hole, said Barnacle Bill the Sailor. What's that running down my leg? What's that running down my leg? What's that running down my leg? Cried the fair young maiden. Oh, that's the shot that missed your twat, said Barnacle Bill the Sailor. Oh, that's the shot that missed your twat, said Barnacle Bill the Sailor. What if we should have a kid? What if we should have a kid? What if we should have a kid? Cried the fair young maiden. Oh, dig a ditch and bury the bitch, said Barnacle Bill the Sailor. Oh, dig a ditch and bury the bitch, said Barnacle Bill the Sailor. When will I see you again? When will I see you again? When will I see you again? Cried the fair young maiden. You'll see me no more, you dirty old whore, said Barnacle Bill the Sailor. You'll see me no more, you dirty old whore, said Barnacle Bill the Sailor.
Last May morning as I walked out all down by the riverside, there I spy a couple of courting that fill my own heart pride. Kind heaven, now bless you, a pretty little miss. Will you sing me one more song? Will you be my wife? Will you be my bride? She answered, I am too young. Then the younger you are, my pretty little miss, the better you'll be to me. And I will bow and solemnly swear that I'll marry no other but thee. Now in the first part of that night went off both sport and gay, but in the later part of that night, all in his arms she lay. The night passed off, the day coming on, the cold and bright and clear. The young man rose, put on his clothes, said, fare you well, my dear. Then was this a promise you made to me down by the riverside? You promised that you'd marry me, make me your own sweet bride. Then if I have promised I'd marry you, that's more than I can do. For I can afford to hunt another girl just as easy coast as you. Now you go back to your father's garden, sit down and cry your fill. And then if you think of what you've done, just blame your own goodwill. But a farmer's daughter now go to market and walk the streets all through. But me, a poor girl who stays at home and rocks a cradle for you. But a many a man who stayed at home and sang us many sweet song. But a many man rocks some other man babe, thinks he's rocking his own.
I was walking in the country on a sunny summer day, never dreaming I was doing any harm, when I spied a little miss, and I simply asked her this: can I wind up your little ball of yarn? She gave me her consent, so behind the barn we went, never dreaming of doing any harm. Oh, she laid upon the ground, and I ruffled up her gown, and I wound up her little ball of yarn. It was 9 months after that, in the pool room I sat, never dreaming that I did her any harm, when a cop all dressed in blue said, "My boy, I'm after you, just for winding up her little ball of yarn." In the courtroom I sat, right there upon my prat, never dreaming that I did her any harm. And the judge, he said, "It's true, it's the electric chair for you, just for winding up her little ball of yarn." In the prison cell I sit, with my finger in my shit, never dreaming that I did her any harm. And the people as they pass, they shove peanuts up my ass, just for winding up her little ball of yarn. In the electric chair I sat, right there upon my prat, never dreaming that I did her any harm, when the man behind the glass shot the juice right up my ass, just for winding up her little ball of yarn. Oh, now I'm down in hell, in a hot and grimy cell, never dreaming that I did her any harm. Oh, they wrapped my ass in wire, and they threw me in the fire, just for winding up her little ball of yarn.
Early one morning, come crawling and creeping, I spied a fair maid was snoring and sleeping. Lay over, lay over, lay your left leg over mine. I said, fair maid, may I come to bed to ye? She snored and replied, I'm afraid you'll undo me. Lay over, lay over, lay your left leg over mine. Oh no, fair maid, I won't undo ye. She snored and replied, then come to bed to me. Lay over, lay over, lay your left leg over mine. You got on drawers and I can't undo them. You got on drawers and I can't undo them. You got on drawers and I can't undo them. She snored and replied, just take your knife to them. Lay over, lay over, lay your left leg over mine. I ain't had a knife since I can remember. I ain't had a knife since I can remember. Well, I ain't had a knife since I can remember. She snored and replied, there's one in the window. Lay over, lay over, lay your left leg over mine. In about 9 months, and one did I wonder. In about 9 months, and wasn't that a wonder? In about 9 months, and wasn't that a wonder that it hadn't got killed in that lightning and thunder. Lay over, lay your left leg over mine.
You've been tamped full of shit about cowboys. They're known as a romantic band. Old knights of the saddle that herd the wild cattle and roll cigarettes with one hand. Well, according to movies and stories, he's a sheik in a 10-gallon hat. All he knows of romance is the crotch of his pants. What the hell do you think about that? Well, I've harvested wool in Wyoming and New Mexico. I've wore a bandana in sheep shit, Montana, and I've punched cows in Idaho. I may be the worst kind of gunsel, but really I ain't so dumb. If a she-sheep don't cross with the herder and boss, where the hell are them cowpunchers from? Well, there's some from the Canadian Rockies, there's some from the southwestern plains. It surely beats hell, but it's easy to tell, where each learned to handle the reins. Consider that panhandle hairpin that goes by the moniker Tex. He's a son of a bitch with a bad trigger itch and a big Bowie knife complex. Well, at heart, he's an unpaid policeman. He'll brag of tough spots he's been in, but his powder is damp and his ass gets cramp when he draws near some old cotton gin. Well, there's a coxman in old Colorado where Pikes Peak ponders and broods. A miner, a mucker, that phony cocksucker, his racket is wrangling dudes. There's a whistle prick up in Nebraska, he's known as the Cornhusker Class. From the cooties that crawls on his crab-ridden balls to the piles that blister his ass. There's a greaser way down in Chihuahua, he thinks he's a cowpuncher too. He curses the gringo in Mexican lingo. That's all the poor bastard can do. We mustn't forget Arizona. He's the son of the old Zacatone, a half-assed vaquero, has no dinero, the sorriest seed ever sown. There's a never sweat up in Nevada. He's almost too lazy to fart. A tin-horn card hustler and a cut-rate cunt rustler, while he's just a horse thief at heart. Why, they're even out here in the movies. You'll find them at Sunset and Gower, where brother to brother they bullshit each other and bellyache there by the hour. In case you're beginning to wonder, well, the native son's what I am. And I've tried hard to say in an indirect way that cowpunchers ain't worth a damn. And now that I've opened the ledger on cowpunchers just as they be, some half-assed bronc stomper or free-holy chomper will kick all the shit out of me.
Way down on the Canadian River, way down on the Canadian shore, it was there I met a red-headed woman, otherwise known as the Winnipeg whore. She says, come in, I know no strangers, plank your ass here on my knee. We're gonna do a little diddlin', $1.50's gonna be the fee. Well, she was a diddlin' and I was a daddlin', neither one knew what it was about, till she grabbed my watch and wallet, holy Judas, I bawled out. Now in rushed the whores, in rushed the bitches, must have been a score or more. Bet you $1 you'd have shit your britches, seeing me shag ass through that door.
Well, I had a brother-in-law named Matt Dillon. He played the banjo a little, and he was always singing these little funny banjo ditties, we call them. And this is one of them. And he would sing, oh, Granny Hare, what are you doing there? You sitting on a dog turd picking out a hair. You picked out 1, you picked out 2, you picked out 3, and I picked out 4. If I had my specs, I'd pick out more. That was one of them, and the other was, oh, the prettiest girl that ever I saw lived 3 miles from Arkansas. She had a hole in her dress and 2 big titties like a hornet's nest, hornet's nest, hornet's nest. 2 big titties like a hornet's nest. Riding on the boiler, and the boiler blowed up steam and blowed the petticoat over her head. See the magazine, see her magazine, the prettiest you ever seen. There's 3 bird holes in the petticoat, her ass so painted green, green, her ass so painted green. Those are banjo picking pieces. Well, dog shit a rice straw, dog shit a met around a dog shit a rice straw, dog shit a met around a dog shit a rice straw, dog shit a met around a dog shit a rice straw, big enough for dinner. She went around the huckleberry bush, I went around behind her. She flipped down a button of shoes, cedar coffee grinder, cedar coffee grinder. She went down the Hiccup Road, I went around to meet her. She pulled up her petticoat, and I pulled out my Peter. See. Black-eyed Susie sitting in the corner winked at me, and I hopped on her. Hop up, pretty little black-eyed Susie, hop up, pretty little black-eyed Susie. Let's see. Susie, neat and Susie, sweet and Susie, she's a dandy. Susie is the very girl that I will feed my candy. I went around the huckleberry bush, I went around the beater. She pulled up a petticoat, I pulled out my Peter. Those are banjo picking tunes. It's also kids like to sing those out away from the old folks. They have a whole lot of those little halfway vulgar things they sing like that. They're interested in the other sect about that time, but they don't hardly know what to do with it.
Well, I'm hanging round town in a house of ill fame, laid up with a twist of a hustling dame. When a hop-headed pig with his nose full of coke beats me out of my whore and left me stone broke. Up steps a stranger, said he, say, my lad, are you any good riding horses that's bad? I said, you damn right, that's one thing I can do. I'm a second-rate pimp, but a good buckaroo. Oh, that strawberry roan, how many colts has he thrown? He's got gonorrhea, the glanders and sift, the blue balls and claps, but his tool is still stiff. Look out for that strawberry roan. When a good-looking filly would come into heat, was a strawberry roan that throwed her the meat. The upshot of it was I found myself hired to snap out some broncs that this roan stud had sired. They're knot-headed cayuses just like their dad. Most of them's roans and all of them's bad. With their feet in my pockets, them bastards would fight till my ass drug my tracks and long before night. With my balls in my boots and my mouth full of shit, I was plumb tuckered out and ready to quit. Whenever I thought I had one of them rode, they busted my ass and I found myself throwed. Then the boss come around and he said that's enough. The strawberry roans, colts are too tough. I'm getting damn sick of you taking them falls. We'll get that windmill in stud and we'll cut out his balls. Oh, that strawberry roan, we went out to unbend his bone. I built a big loop and went to the corral. I roped his front feet, he jumped, he kicked, he snorted, he farted and fell. I flattened the strawberry roan. Well, the boss held his head while I hog-tied his legs. I got out my knife and I went for his eggs. He knowed what I wanted, he knowed it damned well, 'cause he fought like a tiger and he squealed like hell. I opened his bag and he let out a moan. He squealed like a shoat when I cut out that stone. But all I could locate was one of his nuts. The other was hidden someplace in his guts. Well, I'm swimming in blood, and I felt something pass. There's only a turd on the way to his ass. Well, the boss said I'm sick of this hard-bucking breed. If it takes us all night, we'll get that other seed. Just then I heard one of them blood-curdling squalls, and the strawberry roan had the boss by the balls. Well, I stomped on his head, but it was no use. He's just like a bulldog, he wouldn't turn loose. I untied his legs and he got to his feet. The boss's voice changed and I knew he was beat. Oh, that strawberry roan, I advise you to leave him alone. He's a knot-headed cayuse with only one ball, but the boss is a eunuch with no balls at all. Look out for that strawberry roan.
All that north country, it's a hard country, and it mothers a bloody brood. Its icy arms holds hidden charms for the greedy, the sinful, and lewd. And strong men rust from golden lust that sears the northland soul. But the wickedest born from the pole to the horn was that hermit of Shark-Tooth Shoal. Now Jacob Cain was that rascal's name in the days of his pious youth, ere he cast a smirch on the Baptist church by betraying a girl named Ruth. He was just a boy and a parson's joy ere he fell for the gold in the muck, and he learned to pray with the hogs in the hay on a farm near Keokuk. But a service tale of illicit kale and whiskey and women wild drained his morals clean as a soup tureen of that poor but honest child. He longed for the bite of that Yukon night and the north light's weird flicker, and a game of stud in the frozen mud and the taste of raw red liquor. He wanted to mush along the slush with a team of husky hounds and to fire his gat at a beaver hat and knock it out of bounds. So he left his home for that hell town Nome on Alaska's ice-ribbed shore. There he learned to curse and to drink and worse till the rum had dripped from his pores. When the boys on the spree was a-drinking her free at the Malamute Saloon, and Dan McGrew and his dangerous crew shot crap at the piebald coon. With a sharp command he'd make 'em stand till the atmosphere grew chiller, 'cause Jacob Cain had taken the name of Yukon Jake the Killer. Without coming to blows, he twisted the nose of dangerous Dan McGrew, and becoming bolder, threw over his shoulder that girl that's known as Lou. Ah, tough as a steak, that Yukon Jake, hard-boiled like a picnic egg. He washed his shirt in the Klondike dirt and drank his rum by the keg. Now in fear of their lives, or because of their wives, he's shunned by the best of pals. An outcast he of camaraderie of all but the wild animals. So he bought up the whole of that Shark-Tooth Shoal, a reef on the Bering Sea. There he lived by himself on a sea lion shelf in lonely iniquity. But miles away in Keokuk, L.A., did a ruined maiden fight to remove the smirch from that Baptist church and bring them heathens the light. Now the elders declared that all would be spared if she'd carry that holy word from her Keokuk home to that hell town Nome to save them sinful birds. So 2 weeks later she took a freighter to that gold-cursed land of the pole, but heaven ain't made for a lass betrayed, and they wrecked on the Shark-Tooth Shoal. Now the crew was tossed in the sea and lost, all except for the maiden Ruth, who swam to the edge of a sea lion ledge where abode the love of her youth. In search of a seal for his evening meal, 'cause he handled a mean harpoon, he found at his feet not something to eat, but a girl in a frozen swoon, whom he dragged to his lair by her dripping hair and rubbed her knees with chin. To his great surprise she opened her eyes and revealed his original sin. His 6-month beard got stiff and weird, gleamed like a chestnut burr, and the red hair fell like a flame from hell down the back of that grateful girl. But a hopeless rake, this Yukon Jake, this hermit of Shark-Tooth Shoal. This dizzy maid he re-betrayed and wrecked her immortal soul. Then he rowed her ashore with a broken oar and sold her to Dan McGrew for some husky dogs and hot eggnog as villains are wont to do. Now she sings rough songs to them drunken throngs that come in on the sealing ships. For a rude-stained kiss from this infamous miss, they give a seal sleek fur, or perhaps a sable if they're able. It's much the same to her. Ah, that north country, it's a hard country, and it mothers a bloody brood. Its icy arms holds hidden charms for the greedy, the sinful and lewd. And strong man rust from the golden lust that sears the northland soul. But the wickedest born from the pole to the horns, that hermit is Shark-Tooth Shoal.
Oh, blue boys from Bell Moon, come boys, come. Well, the lady she rode a sign, hung a sign on her back door, $1 down, no less will do, to get a little smell of my ring-tang do. It's blue boy from Bell Moon, come boys, come. In come a doctor with a knife on the glass, cut off my dick up close to my ass. Blue boy from Bell Moon, come boys, come. Hickory wood, the best of wood, fucking does the women good. It opens her legs, spread their thighs, gives her good exercise.
Uncle Bud, you know he's a man like this. Oh, Uncle Bud, you know he's a man like this. You know he can't get nothing from the women. Always good, do it to his fist. Uncle Bud, you know he's a man and a half. Oh, Uncle Bud, boy, you know he's a man and a half. Tell me his nuts hang down, hardly below his leg. Uncle Bud, there's a man like this. Uncle Bud, boy's a man like this. He never got nothing from the women, boy, but he always get to his fist. Now y'all come on, ring, tail and swing, booty hole shining like a diamond ring. Oh, y'all come on, ring, got his tail in a swing. You know his booty hole shining, boy, just like a diamond ring. Now when the hell hold down nation, that turn on like a bud plantation said, when the hell, and I say hold down nation. They left that big old turn on like a bud plantation. Now I know Uncle Bud, you know he's a man and a fool. I know Uncle Bud, he's a man and a fool. You know his nuts hang down, baby, just like a Chelsea pool. Now I'm going away now, sorry can't get you. I'm going away, Uncle Bud, sorry I can't get you. Ain't nothing down the road that Uncle Bud can do. I lay down last night, intending to take my rest. I lay down last night, I wanted to take my rest. Uncle Bud was rapping like a wild geese out of the west. Now Uncle Bud, you know he's a man in the head. Uncle Bud, you know he's a man in the head. You know his nuts hang down, baby, just below his head. Yeah, I heard Uncle Bud not going out. That was my uncle I'm talking to you about. I hate to tell on Phil on it, but he's a man. He's a man that's full. Just hang down just like a jazz bull.
The old man sat in the grandstand chair with shit in his whiskers and lice in his hair. He smiled as he said with a confident air, she can win in a walk by Jesus. Now that old mare was long, tall, lanky, and loose, and the jockey was pale from self-abuse. They'll go through that track like shit through a goose and win at a walk by Jesus. Now at the end of a quarter he was breaking the clock, so he dropped his whip, but he whipped with his cock. And then the very last quarter she's coming through fast, she slipped on a horse turd and fell on her ass and lost the race by Jesus. I fucked her living and I fucked her dying. If I'd had wings, I'd have fucked her flying with my old organ grinder. I threw her down into the chair and all I left was blood and hair. The old folks knew that I'd been there with my old organ grinder. I started for town with a heavy load and jacked off twice along the road and then got hot and fucked a toad with my old organ grinder. I backed her up against a stump, took a hop, step, skip, and a jump. I missed her cunt and split the stump with that old organ grinder. That's all that they are. Here's to the whore behind the door. Her eyes are black as charcoal. Skin your pricks so goddamn quick it makes sparks fly out of your asshole. I don't know. You know, kids just pick that kind of stuff up. A sheep herder laying in the grass, a faithful dog there by his ass in Mexico, where the hotheads grow. Now a magpie in a tree close by was watching with a watchful eye in Mexico, where the hotheads grow. Well, a sheep come up and it licked him on the balls, and the sheep herder come in his overalls in Mexico, where the hotheads grow. Now the sheep herder woke up from his sleep. He said, by God, I'm gonna fuck that sheep in Mexico, where the hotheads grow. Now the sheep, it bellered and threw a fit. The sheep herder farted and the magpie shit in Mexico, where the hotheads grow.
Well, old Granny Cripple Cut, she had a cripple son. She had 6 cunts and a neighbor every one. A fat cock in cock without a bone. Fuck cock, suck cock, leave a cock alone. Had one verse he had. Now here's another one. My brother used to sing. God bless her old soul, she's dead. God bless her old soul, she's dead. The maggots worked out her asshole, and the screwworms dropped off of her head. If ever I catch her in town, if ever I catch her in town, her name is Susanna, I'll fuck her old dammer, I'm gonna pin her black ass to the ground. I sent a rabbit across the street to get me a glass of beer. The flea dropped off that rabbit's ass and said, honey, don't leave me here. There's a conversation between Queen Victoria and Buchanan, see. She said to Bucks on the telephone, hello, Buck. Said, you don't know how to fuck. Get children of me, you're not able. You just lay in the grass and get chiggers in your ass by the medium of the Atlantic cable. He said, he answered her back and he said, well, hello, Vic. You scandalized my prick. You said to get children of you I'm not able. If I had you in the grass, I'd run 9 inches up your ass by the medium of the Atlantic cable.
Well, I knew an old Sandhills rancher, and before he died, I kind of think that old bastard lied. He claimed that his wife had a cunt so wide that she just couldn't be satisfied. So he went down to the blacksmith shop, and he built her a mighty dick of steel, and was driven around by a great big wheel. And balls of brass were filled with cream, and the whole fucking outfit was driven by steam. Now round and round went that bloody great wheel, in and out went that great big dick of steel, till at last the old lady cried, enough, enough, I'm satisfied. But now we come to the bitter bit. there was no damned way of stopping it. Surround and around went that awful wheel. In and out went that great big dick of steel, till from ass to tits she split, and the whole fucking outfit was covered with shit.